and just watch how I'm going to do this, and then see how you're going to do it. Okay, so the first thing, just take a deep breath and we're just going to just relax. We're not going to judge ourselves. We're not trying to make something to be graded or something to be praised for. We're just going to enjoy this process of art. So the first step of this type of art is, if you look at my paper, is we're eventually going to make like sections of space. So it's going to go like this. I'm just going with what my inner, I guess, voice told me to go. So I ended up with this shape. So now you can go ahead and just remember, the sizes of your shape is going to determine how many times you're going to repeat the quotes or how big your text is going to be. So it's up to you. If you want to make it really, really small loops, you can make it small. But if you want to make it bigger and you want more space, and then you can also make another one like over here. You don't have to, you can make little islands. Okay, so go ahead and make your squiggle art. And meanwhile, I'm going to pull up some nice quotes that I'll cut and paste into the chat that we can put in our sections. Hi Sadia Khan. So I just cut and paste a bunch of entries of Rumi quotes. The first one says, "Don't grieve, anything you lose comes around in another form." That's so true. Like sometimes you might help somebody and actually they never help you back, but you might find down the road somebody else will help you that you never helped back. It just works like that. So never judge every moment at a time, because the whole world is working together and Allah is supporting you in your own in your way. Okay, this one says, "Stop acting so small. You are the universe in a static motion." It's saying don't make yourself like you're not important or insignificant. You're like part of the universe. Another one, "Out beyond the ideas." Let's keep that one. Okay, by melting snow, be melting snow. Wash yourself from yourself. So just try to forget yourself. Don't be self-centered. Don't make everything about you or your story or who you are, what you think, because there's other thoughts and there's other people and there's other situations. So it's saying, forget yourself a little bit. Don't be self-centered. Be like melting snow. And obviously be like that with Allah. So let me also mention, so Jalaluddin Rumi was a great scholar. He was from the 13th century. So like 800 years ago, 700 years ago. And he 800 plus years ago, and he was from Tajikistan, I think, Turkestan, but the Mongol invasion was coming. So Mongols were like these kind of invaders, crusaders, that they came and they were destroying land. So they fled to modern day Turkey, and Jalaluddin Rumi's father was a huge scholar, a big scholar. Like he had a lot of knowledge. So wherever he went, he became a sheikh and a teacher. And then when he went to Turkey, they were in Konya. I'm not sure if he was in Konya or another part of Turkey, but when he was a little bit older, he naturally followed his father's footsteps and also became a scholar and a teacher, because he just absorbed so much knowledge. His first name, Jalaluddin Rumi's first name is Muhammad, actually Muhammad, and he has multiple names. And I think his father's name was Muhyiddin. I'll have to look it up again. But so then he followed his father's footsteps and he was teaching, but he met his teacher, his spiritual teacher, named Shams Tabriz. Shamsuddin, maybe Shams, his name, he's known as Shams, because when he met Rumi, Rumi's life changed forever. He put that spark of love of Allah and that spark of divine love of Iman and Nur in the heart of Rumi that had never dawned on him before. Even though he knew the Quran by heart and he knew Islam by heart and he prayed, but there's a special something, a special light that this sheikh, this teacher opened up for him. So after he met him, he started reciting this poetry. And actually, so Jalaluddin Rumi is the #1 poet in the world, or in America at least. He's the #1 best-selling poet in America and possibly the world. So his story's more detailed and it deserves more credit. But we're going to focus just on our art piece today, and maybe we can do something more about him. You might have seen the Turkish people and they whirl and they go around. That's basically from an event where his Sheikh Shams Tabriz, he left suddenly. So Rumi didn't know what happened to him. And so there was a pillar in his house and he was so distressed about the loss of his teacher that he held onto the pillar and he just started kind of like spinning around the pillar. And as he was spinning around the pillar, a lot of poetry started to come out of his mouth, like beautiful, metered, perfectly Persian poetry, just amazing. So the people around him just started writing it down. So let's proceed. So now you have your squiggles. Now let's pick a quote from here. I'm going to put in, don't grieve, anything you lose comes around in another form. So I'm going to put that one first. Now you can decide how picky you want to be, but this is not about a picky art piece. This is about relaxing and having fun. But I'm going to pick this loop right here that I'm going to repeat that statement. Don't grieve, anything you lose comes around in another form. But if you don't want to write that, okay, you can write your own poetry. You can write, be light in love, be happy and be kind, be generous and spread love. You can just say things that come to your own heart, because this is expressive art and it's just sharing Rumi as a way to help you get started. But if you want to say other things, maybe you want to say, the sun glistens in the fall and the leaves make me happy. You might want to just say something about your own experience. So, but I'm going to start with this. So don't grieve. So I'm going to start right here. Don't grieve. Anything you lose comes around in another form. Sorry, I'm probably covering it with my hand here. Bismillah. And then I wrote it, so I'm going to write it again. It's kind of like making it into like a zikr. Don't grieve. So I'm following the line. U-N-D, I forgot it. And if anybody wants to share, let's see, it looks like there was a comment. Hi. Hi, Alia. Hi. Can you recap? Okay, sure. So what I just did was I took a marker, and I'll show you. And with my marker, I did this dramatic squiggly loop where I just let my hand go free and just feel relaxed. And then I connected it. So I have a shape like this. And then what we're doing, the next step is that we're taking quotes or words that we love or our own poetry, and we're putting it in the loops. And then we're going to color all the different sections different colors. So right now, I picked this quote from Rumi: "Don't grieve, anything you lose comes around in another form." And as I go around, I think I'm going to make the letters bigger to change it so it's not all the same. Each time I loop around, I make them a little bit bigger. And it's not a time to worry about handwriting or anything like that. It's just to relax and have fun. These are kind of art exercises that help you suspend your logical mind, that help you suspend, meaning suspend, make you stop your logic and make you stop your judgment. And you need to do that sometimes. You can't always think about things logic, because sometimes things, they're not logical. So you have to adapt to being just going with the flow. And art helps you do that. So art and spirituality, art and dhikr and reading Quran and remembering Allah in prayer, that also helps you break your logical mind, which can be helpful. Logic is very important, but it shouldn't be the only way that you think. It can't be the only way. You also have to think about the big things, and harmony and peace and light and, making everything work. So now I'm going to go around on another loop and I'm making it even bigger. Okay. And then you just fill it in like that. So now I have my first little section. Okay. Did that help, Alia? That explanation? Okay. The only ones I can kind of judge by is like Rima and Lina and Saeed. So I can see, okay, I can see like, okay, where are they at? Are they still working? Should I move on? But I'll just, for anybody who feels like they did a smaller section, they want to move on. So I'm just going to show in some of these smaller sections, I'm just going to put single words in different types of scripts. So this one, I'm going to write the word love. L. I'm just going to go around like this. O. And I'm going to fit it from top to bottom. And like that. And in here, I'm just going to put a heart. I'm just following my intuition. I'm not like following any system or anything. Just whatever feels right. And over on this section, I'm going to write the word light, like divine light. Yeah. So over here, what should I put in this island? I'm going to put the word joy. Okay, so I'm going to scroll up again, where's those Rumi quotes, and I'm going to pick another one. Only from the heart can you touch the sky. I love that one because it's so true that you just, the main way to access is really with your heart. That the heart can travel further than anything because the heart can talk to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So if your heart can communicate to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for sure your heart has the strongest signal. It can travel the furthest distance. So Allah is closer to us. It takes no distance. But still, this is something tremendous. The heart is very strong. And so I'm going to focus on that one. Only from the heart can you touch the sky. And the last word, I'm just going to fill in the word sky. Make the last word as sky. Yeah. All right. What else am I going to do here? So one thing I like sometimes is coffee and chit chat. Maybe I'll write coffee and chit chat, or maybe I'll put chai and chit chat. I like them both. Chai is more Persian, so maybe I'll put that. Maybe there's something you like to eat. All right. Maybe over here, I'll write the word travel. I do like to travel, and none of us are really traveling these days, but let me just enjoy the thought of it. Over here, I'm going to write Quran. And then I think it would be nice if we leave some sections and we do some sort of patterns. So it's not all words. We can alternate with patterns. I'm going to write kindness here. Okay. So tell me when you have some words going. I'll wait for as long as you need. And then maybe we'll do some patterns, huh? All right, so if you want to keep doing words, enjoy, that's fine. How about we do some patterns? I'm going to start in between this section and make some like squiggly lines. And I'm going to use maybe a different marker or something. Let's see. Like just play around with what tools and materials you have. I have these Sargent markers. And maybe I'll alternate it with that other line. It's thin. And now this is called Zentangle. It's just basically doodling. So making repetitive patterns, either like roundish type of patterns, or you can do more geometric patterns, or you can do like freestanding patterns, which I'll show you. And you just play around with different styles and patterns. And if you want, so this is like, you can keep going and going with these crafts. They never end. So like these sections where there's, I'm going to cover it over with, because it was in the pen. So, but I want to kind of push the words to the back and make the color come out. Yeah, so that's right, Hafsa. You basically take a piece of paper and you draw a big, huge squiggle right there. And then in each section, you pick different words that you like, or poetry, and then in other sections you can pick to do patterns. It's kind of a random art night. It's intuitive art night. There's no rules, and it's just for fun. And you don't have it to judge it, or just to have fun, just to play with different things. Like maybe you'll try in the future, maybe you'll do one thing and you'll say, oh, I really like that pattern I made on that night, and maybe you'll put it into a future masterpiece. Okay. All right. We'll see when you come back. I want to make this sort of look even, so I'm just going to do the same thing over here. And we're just going to go like this. Here I'm just doing polka dots. And over here. Anybody want to hold up what they've done so far? She's like, no. Ooh, that's pretty. Look at those nice sections. How nice. Good. Nice. And over here, I'm going to do this kind of pattern. Something like that. More bold, big patterns. I don't know if I'm talking enough, kids. Oh, wow. Thanks, Kasia. Is it cool? I don't even know if I'm talking enough because I don't know what to say because there's almost no rules for this art craft. But do you understand what we're doing? Oh, hey, Batul, glad you're back. Welcome. Does it make sense what we're doing? So basically you made all these little sections, and then in each section, you're going to make patterns, words, or poetry. Does it make sense? Yes? All right, thanks, Kasia. Everyone's like feeling the whole project because I maybe wasn't very descriptive about what we're doing. I just started doing different things in random order, so it would not be your fault if you are feeling lost and deserted. Because I got so into my own imagination and my own art, I forgot we were on Zoom. But that's good. That's the way it should be. Just get lost in your art. I always find it interesting how, you know, human beings, we make art. But when we look around, I mean, the world itself is art. People are art. People's faces are art. Everything is art. But yet we still make art. It's interesting. There's plenty of art. We don't even need to make any. Everything's beautiful enough. But we want to, as humans, Allah put that in us, that we like the things. And Allah said he's beautiful and he loves beauty. So he made the world with color. He made the world with different shapes, with different textures. It's not just flat, black and white. Can you imagine? That'd be kind of sad. But if that's the way it was, I mean, I guess we wouldn't know any better. Let me see if I can. Okay, maybe I'll do like a squiggle, spirally, zentangly pattern. I think I'll put some brown. So this one I made a swirl and then I let it trail with some dots. These are all different kind of Zentangle patterns. Zentangle coming from Zen, which is kind of a way of mindfulness. That's why these are like intuitive art things. You know, it's also when you have mindfulness, you kind of forget your logic and your reason. You just accept things as they are, right? Sometimes you just have to accept things as they are. Even though it doesn't make sense and sometimes it's not fair, but it can't be changed. And for whatever reason, we just have to keep going in life. So when you do these and when you pray a lot, it prepares you for those things in life that maybe weren't fair or don't go your way, or you like sometimes it's illogical. Like sometimes you did everything you were supposed to do, but then it didn't work out, or maybe you got rewarded or you got an opportunity that somebody else was better suited for. That's the opposite is also true. There might be somebody who's been working their whole life to have the chance that you have, and it was very easy for you. That's possible. And you think, wow, they worked so hard, and sometimes you can have that feeling too, like I worked so hard, but yet it worked out so easy for them. It's just, that's the qadr of Allah. That is the destiny. We don't understand it all the time, and so we have to, Allah said, the Jannah is for those who are patient. So we have to be patient and just sometimes not be so logical, because logical will make us, God forbid, it will make us question Allah. If we think our logic is so good, we'll say, Allah, that's not logical, that's not fair, right? But Allah knows best. Unless, you have to stand up for justice. Sometimes you have to stand up for justice. If somebody's getting bullied at school, you should tell someone, or you should stand up for them. Or if you see somebody sitting alone, you should like be their friend, invite them to your table, make them friends with your friends. Hi, Sadi, are you here? Are you hi? Bye, hi. The time the mind is so fresh is in the night, or at Fajr, before your mind wakes up all the way, you're more receptive, to your intuition, into good ideas. Hi, bye. We are in here. Wow, this looks like some sort of poetry you're writing. Kind of, it's like an abstract poetry. Hi, bye, hi. We are in here. We are here. I like it. Glad you're with us, as always. Really, right when you go to bed, you get a lot of inspiration. Interesting. So like when you're laying in bed and you're just chilling out, so now you're unwinding. Your mind is just, so what kind of inspiration do you get? Like, what do you get inspired? Like to change the world or to help people? I mean, if you don't mind sharing. I'm not trying to pry. I understand. For drawings and paintings. Yeah, that's my people. That's right. I know how that feels. Yes. You feel really artistic at night. I know that feeling. Over here, I have a big section, so I'm going to write faith. My cat's name is actually Faith. One of my cat's name. So she came with that name. But I mean, because she was part of a kitty litter that had all the babies, and the one who like took care of them when they were babies gave them all names that had a Russian background or something, because one cat is named Fabiana and the other cat is named Faith, but it's with the E. I don't know. But the kids, they never wanted to, they just like Faith and Fabiana. Name for a cat, you know? Like a cat, you usually name them like Whiskers or, you know, Jumpy or something silly, but Fabiana sounds like some queen of ancient Europe or something. Do any of you have any pets that you're really close to? Fatima Khan, what do you have? So another nice pattern is you have a chicken? How fun. And your neighbor, Marlena, you all had chicken neighbors. Wow. That's fun. Do you get eggs? Oh, rest in peace, Victoria. See you on the other side, Victoria. Oh. Rip. How long do chickens typically live for? I feel like they probably live only a couple of years for some reason. Something tells me, but I have no idea. The saddest thing to me is when I see like flyers and somebody lost their cat or their dog. Always makes me sad. Because you think, oh no, they missed their cat and dog, and now the cat and dog also got lost from. Even though animals have amazing, it's like, let's see, one of my internet dropped. I don't know why. Okay, sorry. But I was saying animals have amazing Maybe a pause for a second there, right? Okay, yeah, I'm just trying to fix my other screen. Give me 1 second. All right. You're saying you have even a hummingbird? We have this place where birds keep coming and making nests. Even a hummingbird? Wow, that's so amazing. Wow. I saw a red robin recently. That was amazing. Hmm. Sorry, some of my internet on the other computer, I'm just hmm. Hmm. 4, 9, 4, 4, 4. My doodles. Doodle 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 da. I think I'm just gonna put stars. Put stars because stars always look pretty. Would you guys like to do more intuitive art, like art with different mixed media and words and just more abstract stuff too? Yeah? Okay. Fun. We'll do more stuff like this then. So Saturday night is also good for you. And what about Sundays? You have homework on Sunday. And homework. Oh, you have basketball and sounds good for sports. Saturday night, I feel like is good because most people, you know, unless they have a family event, they're home. So your best train or what? Do you play? Hmm. I did because over here this. I think you on a basketball team. What in the world? I just. All the memories. You want to? I'm so proud of him. With your art or something that's a little bit different, you know. Like my brother, he had learned Sanskrit, for example. It's Harvard looks for people who are, you know, unique, not just smart, because there's a lot of smart people, but unique. So my brother, he had learned Sanskrit, which is like a dying language, and he had translated and stuff like that. So that was unique. And he lived in, he did a lot of cultural anthropology and things like that, different things. You love to bake? Oh, good. So keep learning how to bake and just do more things. Maybe start a small business through your school or something like that, where you can learn how business works, for example. I'm just trying to plug in my internet. See if this works now. Yeah, that would be fun if you have a little business, because if you learn how to do business when you're young, it makes it much easier when you're older, because then you're natural. You know how to sell things, you know how to, you know, promote your work. All that, it takes some maturity and responsibility practice. You're going to teach a 10-minute class about it for school assignment. Wow, how cool, Hafsa. That's going to be amazing. good to have your own business because, you know, sometimes there's the companies, nobody's hiring. So if you have a skill, I mean, people always need to eat. So, you know, you can keep your own business if there's ever an issue in the economy or something like that. It's good to have like multiple skills. So if you can have a small business and plus you are good at like computer coding or something, you know, if you have multiple skills, it's better than only having one. So if you can bake and you can code and, you know, I don't know, you know how to do a graphic design or you know how to teach, then it will be good because you'll always have a lot of different opportunities. Inshallah. You doodle here and there, sometimes on my desk. Uh-oh, but on your desk. Okay. Are you one of those kids who draws on their hand? My son, sometimes I hear he comes home, he's got some drawing on his arm. And we used to also draw on our sneakers when we were kids. Just the things kids do, huh? Sometimes. Okay, sorry. I've been kind of focused on trying to get my other internet thing working, but I hope it didn't distract you. Hey, girls, don't fight. Get along. This is art. You don't have to turn it off, Rima, Lena. I know, I have kids too. Just because you bicker doesn't mean you don't love each other. Just hug and make up. No! Stop! All right, so most of my sections are full. I pretty much put doodles or words in all my sections. So now I'm just gonna go over all the different sections. And my theory is like, I put like bright colors against like non-bright colors. So there's warm colors and there's cool colors. Cool colors are like blue, purple, and warm colors are like orange, yellow, red. So I tend to alternate between the two. So if there's like a more cooler color, the next to it, I put a brighter color. I don't know, it's kind of a system I have when I do art in general. So this is a warm color. So in this section, I'll put a cool color. Which is just like cool, meaning it's like, you know, it's calm, it's not bright. I'll put it over here. So then in here, I'll put, what I put colors. Aha, red. You got to know how to use the side of your colored pencil. Oh, that looks nice, Alia. Wow, I like it. It's very pretty. Very pretty. Hey, that looks great. Look at that. I see that. Oh, who's that little guy right there? Hey, all the people. Wow, that looks amazing. How pretty is that? Amazing, mashallah. Wow, love. How pretty. Mashallah. Beautiful. La ilaha illallah. Wow, mashallah. Amazing artist. So now I'm filling it in. So now you're just going to want to color in from the white. So you can use crayons or colored pencils and try and color in the bold sections like this. Oh, that looks amazing, kids. And Sadia Khan account there, that looks, all of you did a mashallah, amazing, beautiful work. I love it. All right, mine is almost full of color, but not done yet. Let's see, where's that? I need a yellow pencil. Here it is. Do I have? I definitely want to do another lesson about Rumi in general because his story deserves a lot of attention and his contribution to literature and to Islam. Some people became Muslim because they just read Rumi's poetry. And then because they read Rumi's poetry, they loved it and they wondered what inspired this beautiful poetry. So then they read about Islam and then they became Muslim, mashallah. Wow, I think my whole page is filled with color. I think I completed it. How about you guys? Did you get most of your piece done? Good? Sort of? Almost? Okay, well, you can always finish it later. I'll probably just keep the, oh, that's nice. Those are nice patterns. Those are good. So I'll probably just keep the line open for a few more minutes and then I'll close it and you can keep coloring on your own time, okay? I thought that was fun. You have to pray Maghrib? Yeah, so you have to get going. I understand. It's okay. I'm going to close the meeting. That was the whole lesson. Like it was a more casual lesson. So you can always finish on your own time because you for sure you get the idea. Okay. Pray for us, okay? Dua. Salam alaikum. Okay, I'm just cleaning up is the thing about art. If you don't clean up after your session, the next time you want to make art, you have to find all the stuff that you didn't clean the time before. So it's very important to keep it clean because you do yourself a favor for the next time you want to make art. Bye. Okay, everyone, I'm going to log out now. I hope you had some fun tonight, inshallah. All right, have a good night. Assalamu alaikum.